Friends, we have Abhinav Thakur from Accurex. He's a MD. So let's discuss with him about the medical diagnostics. As you know that medical diagnostic is a very big question mark in Indian industry as such, or Indian public point of view. Most of the people think that diagnostics are just a lame way to make money by doctors. So what do you have to say about it?
So globally, there was a survey done about diagnostics, and they found out that 70% of medical decisions that a doctor makes is only after the diagnostic reports.
True.
So from the time he gives you therapy, the time he makes a decision to take you into the hospital, the time he discharges you, is only decided after 70% of the time after a report. And the interesting part is these 70% of decisions cost only 5% in the entire healthcare chain. So even though you might feel the bills are inflated, which is not right, but still the cost is only 5%, affecting 70% of the decisions.
The major thing is that people are not well educated about, once again, it is mainly that the people are not well educated about the diagnostic part.
The importance of prevention.
Diagnostic, correct, and prevention, right. So how that education is being taken care of, how you're planning to actually educate the public about the importance of diagnostics?
Right. So the education happens with more and more awareness. So today in India, even though India is the diabetic capital of the world, only 50% of Indians know they're diabetic.
Correct.
So there's another 50% of people who don't even know they're diabetic and they're suffering from the disease. So a lot of awareness needs to be created, and this can be done in terms of camps. So we have tied up with pharmaceutical companies and we provide them the diagnostic solutions where they have a much higher reach of, say, they have 3,000 medical representatives all over the country.
Correct.
So they have a much higher reach. So we do call companion diagnostics.
Okay.
So we provide them the diagnostics and they provide the therapy. So that is a very good synergy we found out to create the awareness in the market.
If we talk about the government policies, which is basically the price control which is implied on the complete pharmaceutical industry, and the same is being done by the medical diagnostic system also. So what do you have to say about that?
So there are talks going on right now to put price caps or price control on medical diagnostic manufacturers or suppliers. And in my opinion, this will not work because we are a B2B company, right? We supply to labs who then supply to the patients. So if you put a cap on my price to the lab, but that doesn't put a cap on the price the lab charges the patient.
Correct. The end users won't be having any kind of benefit.
Will be still charged the same. Only the lab would get a better margin. So I believe that if you really want to put a price control, you need to price control the hospitals and the laboratories.
I think it need to be 360 degree instead of just doing it on one sector.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. That's true. Apart from that, we see that the hospitals, they have their own monopoly in case of the medical diagnostic. Like if tomorrow I go to a doctor and say that these are my reports which have been done from outside, which are much cheaper as compared to the costings which I have to pay at the hospital. Certain hospital, they just deny that. Then they say these reports are not right. So what's the point of view on that?
This happens pretty often. And the solution to this is to go for a standardized lab. So there is a standardization called NABL, National Accreditation for Laboratories. But this is voluntary right now. So only the central government scheme has made it mandatory that a central government scheme lab has to have the NABL accreditation. So once this accreditation is known in the market and patients know about it, then they can confidently go to a lab that is accredited and they can get the report done and they can show it to the doctor that, okay, I went to a lab that had accreditation done, they followed certain systems in place, and they will have more confidence in the report. So it's required that this accreditation be made mandatory for labs.
Okay. So what are the if I just want to sum up the whole discussion, what are the three key challenges industry will be facing at this moment?
So the three challenges for us is, as a manufacturer, we are regulated. But our customers, who are the labs, they are not regulated. So they don't have any standards that they need to follow. So they can choose a product that is at a much lower quality at a lower price because there is no accreditation, no regulation required to run a lab. Anybody can open a lab.
Correct.
There is no registration required.
And so then it is not ethical also, and apart from that you won't get a proper results also. That is why the doctors are demanding for a proper lab reports.
Right, proper lab report. So if our industry gets regulated, it's good for us because then only high quality products will be in demand.
Correct.
And as a manufacturer, the other thing that we're lacking is that there's inverted duty. So when you import raw material, it turns out to be more expensive than importing a finished product. So this doesn't encourage us to make products in India. It should be the reverse. It should be cheaper to import raw material than to import a finished product.
Correct.
So we have been asking the government to do this, and they have heard us on certain products. So certain categories, they've already changed the imported duty structure, but it's yet to be changed for diagnostics.
Okay. See, before that also I was just discussing with other speakers also that the industry, Indian industry, as compared to the other industries worldwide, differs a lot.
Right.
So, what's your point of view on that?
So if you look at the industry, it differs a lot because our customers differ. So if you look at the US, Europe, Japan, these are the main market share of the diagnostics, medical diagnostics industry. And these markets are highly developed. So the products that we use in India will not be used in these countries.
Correct.
So that's the reason the market segment is very different. So that's the reason it's different. So our markets are more in emerging countries, I would say, like South America, Southeast Asia, Africa, these Eastern Europe.
Eastern Europe.
These are our target markets.
Okay. There's a lot of facade that due to the current policies which are being implemented in India, a lot of the industry, leaders are actually looking at US as a bigger market, and due to the Trump effect, that is being hampered. So, what is your say about that?
So currently, the US is not a big market for any of the medical diagnostic manufacturers, because the US market is way advanced than what we have a market here. So they are more into bigger machines, bigger automated machines, and India is still into the smaller semi-automated.
Correct. The generic market is actually planning to go there instead of saying that the medical equipments or medical diagnostic.
So the Indians have not targeted the United States as an export market.
Okay.
They targeted more
Eastern.
Africa for the rapid test, HIV, malaria, dengue test. So that's a bigger market for the Indian manufacturers.
So before we sum up, I wish to know that the public sector, healthcare sector, is really underdeveloped at this moment in India.
Right.
So what kind of reforms government should actually put forward so that everybody can be in synergy and there should be a benefit? It should be a win-win situation both for the pharmaceutical industry as well as the end user. Those are the patients.
So if you look at like any country in the world which is successful in providing healthcare to its citizens, it's been through universal healthcare.
Correct.
Right? That's the only way you can give an unbiased delivery of healthcare services. So going forward in India, that also needs to happen. But the problem is that we are spending like approximately 1.5% of our GDP on healthcare, which is extremely low. So that needs to go up. And the other way out is through public-private partnerships. So if the government can tie up with public and private partnerships, that's a good way to deliver healthcare to the masses. So that's another strategy that the government can adopt if they're unable to increase the funding into healthcare for more than 1.5%.
So I think government need to actually take a note from all these things and implement all these things in their new policies or upcoming policies. So at the end, like their focus is on the end users, the patients and the public. They all will be benefited by that.
True.
Thank you so much.
India's most innovative and valuable medical device company 2017. And the nominees are Accurix Biomedical Private Limited, Agape Diagnostics Limited, AGD Biomedicals Private Limited, Exiton Diagnostics Limited, Hester Diagnostics Private Limited, GPC Medical Limited.